Hey YouTube world, here's Kirkpatrick. Got a story for you tonight. About Rayford Smith. Everybody called him Paul when I was growing up. His real name was Rayford Paul Smith. Some of us that knew his first name called him Rayford. His nickname or name he went by was Paul. But Paul was a tall, lanky feller. When I was growing up in grade school, heck, I don't know, about sixth grade, he was damn near 6 foot tall. Skinny little feller. His daddy was a logger. When I say a logger, he worked for a company sawing down trees. He didn't have his own business. He probably wasn't making much money. His mama was a custodian at the Central State Hospital here. She wasn't making much money, but that was the way that boy growed up without much money. I remember when we got old enough to play Little League baseball. You show up. Your parents signed you up for Little League baseball, and you show up, and they divide you all out, make these little teams. And Rayford was the only one that didn't have a glove. He didn't have a glove. His parents couldn't afford him a glove, so my daddy bought him a first baseman's glove. He wanted to play first base. My daddy wasn't a coach or anything. He just was always there with us when he could. Daddy run a bakery, so he worked from midnight to about 8-10 in the morning, and then he'd get a nap or whatever, spend his afternoon with us. Anyway, Daddy was real active with taking us and making sure. So he bought Rayford a first baseman's glove. So Rayford played first base, and I played shortstop for a while, and then ended up finally playing second base. And sometimes I'd pitch in relief. Sometimes I'd play left field if I need to. Whatever needed to be done. But Rayford growed up poor. His clothes was always raggedy. He didn't have much money. And my early years, 8th, 9th grade, I was still in public school. And middle school, almost high school, and they had a shop class. Yeah. And I signed up and learned a little bit about welding and metal making. Rayford went for the building class for the carpentry, hammering, sawing, nailing, that kind of thing. In 10th grade, I went to a private school there till I graduated. So kind of lost a little contact with old Rayford. When I was about 18, though, the Vietnam War was going along, and they lowered the drinking age to 18 because they figured if you get drafted at 18, you might as well have a shot of liquor or a beer if you wanted one. So that opened up some new doors, and used to go down to the pool hall every now and then. They had a killer chili dog. I'd see Rayford in there playing pool, How you doing, buddy? Yeah, doing all right. He quit high school early. Went to work for a fella building houses and framing, making cabinets and stuff like that. He's making a pretty good living. For, for what he was. Old Rayford one time said, "You like to play pool?" I said, "Well, I like to play it, but I ain't very good at it. But every now and then I do get lucky." I said, "Come on, let's play a game. I'll pay for it." He'd put 2 quarters in the machine and hit it, and the balls go out. Bloop, 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 bloop. Set them up, racked them up, was playing 8-ball. Well, I beat him on the first game. Hey, doggone boy, you better than you said you was. I just got lucky, I reckon. So let's play another game. I said, all right. 2 more quarters in there. Punch that thing in, you hear them balls flop. Anybody ever been to the pool hall? You know what I'm talking about. You know that noise. Racked him up again and said, hey, let's play for $5. I said, okay. So we played for $5. And I won that game too. So let's play again. All right. Play again. Said, let's play for 10 this time. Said, all right. Play for 10. I won that game too. That dang, he got way on the road. He said, come on, let's play one more game for 20. I said, all right. You know, I'm feeling cocky and everything. Rayford run the table on me. He set me up. Cost him $10 to make another 10, basically. Yeah, I'd been head. Old Rayford got me. I walked out of there and I realized, you know, what happened. It was a few years later, you know, I went off to college. University of Georgia. Had to stay in the dorm, you know, the first year. Boy, I had, man. But I'm going to a private school back in the early 70s. The reason I had private schools was because of desegregation. My daddy thought I'd be better off learning in an environment of all my type. So private school I went to was all white. It's a Christian school though. Today it's mixed races, but back then that was the attitude. And so went to the University of Georgia. The first roommate I had was a black athlete. I had never spent much time with black folks. I do nowadays because I got friends that are black. But it was a culture shock to me. Anyway, he was a walk-on for the football team, and he stayed with me the first quarter. He got on the football team, so he was out of there. Second quarter, I got a gay guy. Wore flannel shirts all the time. Daddy owned a trucking company in Atlanta, Georgia, and he was gay. Man, I wasn't used to that either. He had some pretty girlfriends come over, though. And I'd go out and party with them every now and then. Yeah, I would. Had a good time, but it was fun. And I finally figured out and understand. Some people just, my opinion ain't exactly right, but they got a right to do what they want to do. So, yeah, I learned from that one too. And back in those days, my parents would send me $20 in the mail. They mail it on Fridays, and I'd get it on Monday. And that's where I put gas in my car. They did give me a car. Put gas in my car and, you know, buy incidentals. And, of course, you had a card. I can go to the commissary, whatever you want to call it. I can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. That was included in the tuition, or I could, you know, take that $20 and go eat. And there was a Crystal right across the street from the dorm I was staying in, Russell dorm. You go over there every morning for 99 cents. Get 2 eggs, grits, bacon or sausage, either orange juice, milk, or a cup of coffee. 99 cents. Heck yeah. And they'd serve that all day. Of course, the crystals back then wasn't with a dime either. So you go over there and get you 6 crystals for 60 cents. $20 went a long way. Pizza, when you ordered the pizza online, it was $5. We didn't order it online, but when you called in and ordered pizza, it's $5, and you give driver $2, $7. So you didn't eat pizza that often because I'd take a lot of you $20 because gas back then was 33 cents a gallon. So, you know, I can get by on about, I don't know, 5 gallons of gas a week. Anyhow, so the third quarter, I got this dude named Acuff, Jacksonville, Florida. And he was a little short fella, shorter than me. And he was a pot dealer. Yeah, marijuana. Yep. He'd been at the University of Georgia for 3 years, staying in the dorms, taking 1 or 2 classes a quarter just to keep himself there. And he was selling immense amounts of marijuana. He'd come in some nights with a duffel bag. I don't know if you've seen them big old Navy duffel bags. They're about 3.5 foot tall, big around as a trash can, slap full of marijuana. Spend all night long on a damn scale over there weighing it out. Man, I thought, man, I'm going to get busted. Of course, you know, I had to smoke some back in the day, you know. So anyway, yeah, I did it. And I'm not going to say I'm like Bill Clinton. I didn't inhale. But anyway, I figured out that wasn't the feeling I really wanted. Come the next year, I moved off campus. But anyhow, when I moved off campus, and met a couple of guys, we all got together. There's 4 of us. And we got this house on the river, the Oconee River in Athens. Same river that runs through here in Millersville, Georgia, but up there in Athens, it ain't much wider than 10 foot. Basically where the river starts is the mountain just above Athens. So it was 4 of us, so we all went together. It was $100 a month. We had to pay the man $400. That included electricity. And yeah, we thought we was uptown, man. And then about midway through the year, one of the guys had flunked out. And he had to go back home. So we had an opening spot. So what you did back in those days, they had these little newspapers or flyers, you know, bulletin boards. So a feller that kind of our leader, Kenny there, he was a Vietnam vet. Come back, he was 4 or 5 years older than us. Anyway, he was the one that actually did the deal and paid the rent. We paid him and he paid the man. He put, you know, had us go put these little posters up around. And guess what? Old Rayford Smith popped up and wanted to stay with us. I said, I know that guy. He's from Millersville, Georgia. He's all right. So we let Rayford in there. And Rayford was still building houses. And back in that time, he was about 71, 72, 73, somewhere in there. Athens, Georgia was booming. People were throwing up houses everywhere. The economy was fairly good. So Rayford had done got hooked up with a contractor up there. So old Rayford stayed with us there for about a year. Yeah, he did. And I noticed Rayford had lost a couple of teeth. And I said, Rayford, you lost a couple of teeth there. You thought about going to the dentist? Nah, I ain't got no money in time for that kind of crap. All right. Old Spud snoring over here. Me. Pause this for a second. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry for the brief interruption. So, you know, we was all living in this house on the Oconee River there. There's 4 of us. Kenny and a guy named Gary West. And another guy named Dawson, and me, and Rayford. And, well, it's Kenny. Wait a minute, it's Kenny, me, Gary West, Rayford. No, yeah, it's 5 of us there at that particular time. I actually shared a room with Dawson. No, I shared a room with Gary. Yeah. Anyhow, we would, you know, we was young college boys, and we was feeling our oats. Anytime these big sororities had a party, you know, they'd advertise it in the flyers and the little local paper thing, college campus paper. We'd go check it out. Pick us up a little sorority girl, bring her back to the house, and, you know, have us a date. Maybe something come out of it, maybe nothing come out of it, but we was socializing, you know. Well, Rayford wasn't doing that. He was working. He wasn't going to college. He was working his construction job every day, and he was coming home late every day, drink him a couple beers, and go to bed, and get up next morning and do the same thing. I don't know how in the world we got along. We hardly ever ate any damn thing. I guess you don't need to back in them days. Anyway, yeah, normal Friday night, you know, we come home with a date, and all sit around, BS, bull crap. Oops, excuse me, drink a couple beers, whatever. Anyway, Rayford come home one Friday night with a girl. I'm talking about a knockout gorgeous girl. She could have been Miss Georgia, Miss Alabama, Miss Florida, Miss South Carolina. She was way more class than any of us had ever seen. And he come in there, strolling in there about 7:30 that night with this gorgeous girl. And we all met him and everything. Yeah, something was a little funky. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of a perfume called let's see if I can get this right. Jungle Gardenia. Smells like a magnolia blossom on steroids. Anyway, the whole house permeated with Jungle Gardenia perfume. Well, I sat around, had a few beers. I think somebody may have been passing a joint or two around. That's the way it was in those days. Don't get on down on me. I think I didn't have no date that evening, so I went out on the back porch, and Gary, he played guitar. I was playing bass at the time. We got out there and we thumped and pumped and did a little thing. Went back in the house, man. First thing hit you that Jungle Gardenia smell. Man. And Paul's room was right across from the room me and Gary shared. So, got late in the evening, kind of looked out there, old Gary's old pickup truck, old Ford from the 50s or 60s or something. All of us had, you know, fairly new rides. I won't say we was well off people, but, you know, our parents was doing good. And anyhow, old Rayford's pickup truck was still out there. And I said, I guess they're going to spend the night together. Yeah, I guess they are. Oh, me and Gary, you know, had one more beer and went to bed. Gary got to tell me about his daddy making his daddy was a salesman for a truck company. He sold them big truck, tractor trailer trucks. He said, Daddy called and said he made him a big deal and he's going to send him $100. And Gary, he had a part-time job washing dishes at the pizza house, the spaghetti factory. You know, the place called Spaghetti Factory. For $2. $2. You could go in there and get a plate of spaghetti with it had meat in it and a drink, Coca-Cola, tea, or water for $2. Yeah. Gary went and washed dishes over there for $15 a night. What, you just give him a flat rate, $15. He went over and washed all the dishes. Anyway, I said, you ain't gonna wash dishes tonight? No. I gotta work Saturday and Sunday and all next week, but I ain't gotta work tonight. I'm taking the night off. So, okay. So anyway, we went to bed. About 2 o'clock in the morning. We hear down bump, bump, bump. Bump, bump, bump. Gary, I wasn't smoking back then, cigarettes. Gary got up, fired up a cigarette. And I could smell, I got up to this, what's going on here? Bump, bump, bump. I said, oh, what the heck's going on? He said, Paul, on that daggum beauty queen over there. That's where all that bump, bump, bump's coming from. I said, doggone. Boys, yeah, he's doing it. Yeah, no. We sat there and kind of laughed about it. And it went on for about an hour, which ain't normal. You hear this kind of thing, you know? Oh. What the heck's going on? We didn't think no more about it. It stopped about after an hour. Yeah, Spuddy. That's my Spuddy, my dog over there. Anyhow, we got up next morning. It's Saturday morning, you know. Normal Saturday morning, Kenny, the Vietnam veteran, he would always cook bacon and eggs and toast every Saturday morning. Just a big old bunch of scrambled eggs and bacon. We'd all get up, eat, and, you know, drink coffee. Get our bellies full. That's probably the only meal we had back in those days. And I said, anybody seen Rayford? No, he ain't seen Rayford. Where the heck he's at? Oh, no. He's got one of his trucks still out there. I said, guess he's still up there with that beauty queen. Somebody said, well, go up there and knock on the door, Ed, and tell him breakfast is ready, and she can come too. So I went up there and knocked on the door. Said, hey, Rayford, the breakfast is ready. You and the beauty queen, come on down here and get some breakfast. All right. So we sitting there, you know, wow, eating their breakfast. Rayford never come down. So I went back up there to check on him. He wasn't there. Looked out the window, his truck was gone. Dang. Okay. So a few hours later, you know, it's Saturday. We'd go out there basically that old Corny River up there is about a creek. We'd go out there and fish a little bit, mess around a little bit. The weather was good. Here come Rayford back in there. With his old Chevrolet with a 3 on the tree coming in there. He had a bad muffler on. He got out. Come up walking down there and he seen us down there fishing. What y'all doing? I said, well, we're doing a little fishing right here. What the hell are you doing? He said, I don't know. I know one thing. I said, what? He said, I need a shower. I said, you need a shower? He said, yep. I may need to go to the doctor. What are you talking about? He said, I got this itch. You talking about you got an itch? Let me go take a shower. I'll talk to y'all later. We sat there, we just fishing, throw them spinners out there, running them rooster tails across. Every now and then you catch a little brim, a small bass, we throw them back in, they'll just have a good time. And got kind of tired of that, went in there and made us a sandwich. And our sandwiches back then was peanut butter and jelly. I probably ate so many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I've had grape jelly, I've had strawberry jam, I've had orange marmalade. You name it, fig jelly, and peanut butter. We lived on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. and eggs and bacon, pretty much. And then, you know, once a week go to the spaghetti factory for $2. And then every other day go to, when Kenny wasn't cooking, we go to Crystal for 99 cents, get that breakfast deal. Anyway, so we all go back up there and make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Rayford come back down and said, "Hey man, have any of y'all ever experienced this?" "What are you talking about?" He said, "Well, I got this itch." "Yeah, what kind of itch you got?" He said, "What? I'm gonna try to clean this up as best a man can for a family type of channel, but he said I got this itch down in my private area, and it won't go away. Took a shower, soaked real good, and it just won't go away. And everything's turning red and swelling up down there." I said, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, Gary West, he said, you done caught something there, buddy." "Well, ain't no matter. Let's get Kenny up." Kenny always get up, cook breakfast, and go back to bed. And it's late about noon, so we got Kenny up. What's going on? What's going on?" I said, "Rayford's down there. You got a medical problem. You the man. You've been all over the world, Vietnam and all that kind of stuff." "What kind of thing he's got?" I said, "Come on down and talk to him." I said, "Come on down and talk to him." And he said, "What's going on, Rayford?" He said, "Man, ever since last night I got this itch. It just won't go away. I took a shower, shampooed that area real good, and it's in my privacy. It hurts. It's starting to sting, and everything in there got red." And Kenny said, Kenny said, "Well, I hate to ask you this, but can you show me what you're talking about? I mean, you may have to clap or something." "The clap?" Yeah. Oh. So he pulled his britches down. I didn't see it. I was sitting on the couch. Kenny looked at it and said, "Oh, no. Oh, no." Rayford just, "Oh, what?" He said, "You got the crabs." "What the heck's the crabs?" He said, "You need to go see a doctor. And quick. It's a little bitty kind of bug, almost microscopic. They're boring in your skin right now, and yeah, you've got what they call a sexual disease." "Why, how'd you get that?" He said, "From that daggum Miss Georgia, I guess, last night." Man, good God. So anyway, Rayford went to the emergency room, and yep, that's what he had, with the crabs. And of course, you know, they gave him a shot and some ointment and all that, and it all cleared up later. But who would have thought that a pretty looking, I mean, it was the prettiest girl we ever seen. Anyway, I guess she was a little too promiscuous. Is that how you say that word? Promiscuous? I don't know. Anyhow, old Rayford learned a lesson. Yep. Be careful what you dip your wick in, because it may come back and bite you. Yep. Anyway, what reminded me of this story today was just the other day, one of my jobs at work is to check the obituaries for the 5 or 6 funeral homes we have around here. If one of them's a customer, then we send them flowers or show up to the funeral if we can. And I noticed Rayford had passed. Yep. He's the same age as me, 68. He's done passed. Come back here to Millersville, and I guess He's always built houses or whatever, you know, hammering and nailing. He was a framer. He could do floors, roofing, you name it. He could do anything. But he never was ambitious enough to start his own business. He always worked for somebody else. And anyway. Yeah, Rayford Smith got the crabs. From the prettiest girl I ever seen in my life. Go figure. All right, YouTube world. Well, it's a kept secret on YouTube. Glad you stuck around for the story. Hope it wasn't too promiscuous, but it is what it is, and it's a fact, Jack. Thank y'all for being here, and hey, don't forget, Okie Homestead Expo, March 22, 23, Pryor, Oklahoma. If you hadn't got your tickets, it's not too late. There's still hotel rooms available in Pryor, but it won't be long. You'll probably have to stay somewhere Claremont or Tulsa if you wait a little bit. But if you've never been to anything like this, it's awesome. If you're into homesteading or into just thinking about homesteading or just thinking about being self-sufficient, you can learn a lot there. You can learn a lot. So, love to see you there. I'll be there. Looking, Spuddy, what you got going on there, boy? Old Spuddy wants to get back on his bed. And I got him blocked by the camera, so. Let me get out of here. Again, thanks for stopping by. I love each and every one of y'all. Walk with Jesus. You'll live a better life. And you know where you're going after it. See ya. Adios. Bye.